Good morning. I just did my first cut of the red Napier grass. It's a bit tougher than the blade that I had on my weed eater was able to really cut through, so it did make quite a disaster of it. It got it done though. This is a giant biomass producer. What a great plant. And this top growth, all this fresh stuff is going to go to our rabbits. They are absolutely loving red Napier grass. So this is going to be, this is my zone appropriate agroforestry bed. Doing some experimenting with different species and stuff, but for the most part I've got it dialed in. I'm going to probably, I have right there is a Nona Montana. It's a mountain soursop, small air layer I did last year. I'm testing that for cold sensitivity. It's supposed to be hardy in our zone. We'll see. I planted it earlier this season, but this was completely dwarfed out by the Napier grass, and I couldn't see any, no sun was getting to any of these trees, so it really had to happen. But man, what a biomass this stuff is. What amazing material, and the fact that the animals just absolutely love it is such a huge bonus to us. So definitely got to be careful with this one. It will take over your world, but weed eater and a little bit of go-getter will keep it under control. I would highly recommend using a metal blade. I used a 3-bladed plastic, had little yellow tips. They were about yay long. There was 3 of them on there, and they completely destroyed. The head's gone. So there are some metal blades that I can get for the tip of the weed eater, and that will probably do a little bit better. But I did expose a lot of this. This is really nice. This Kwai muck proved hardy through the cold. Took 26 degrees, something like that, and did great. So that's very promising. And of course my calicinas and inveroculatas, and this is Peluche loquat, the biggest of the loquats. Big monster fruits, almost fill the whole palm of your hand. I'm psyched about this one, but this just needed to be exposed and opened up. So I am now going to gather a whole bunch of this green, purplish, beautiful grass that the rabbits love. I did chop the tithonia on this side also to expose what's down here. It's a whole bunch of African potato mint doing really well. There's some other little turmerics and there's some jack beans in there for biomass. All different kinds of our things that we use here. Walking onions. What else is in there? There's more potato mint. There's a lot of Suriname spinach. We've got some different pineapples in here. There's a sugarloaf in there somewhere that my buddy Eli brought me. I believe it's that one right there. Little cannonballs. Great, amazing little pineapples. Completely almost acidless. Just awesome. That's different colocasia right there. I don't remember what that one is. I have the tag on a golf cart. But this is basically the plan, you know, just keep growing the biomass right here. After my visit with Matt Reese last year, and he told me to don't be mulch dependent, grow your biomass. So I put this in place right away. Redesigned my entire view on everything so I could put this in place properly and not be mulch dependent. So your words have been taken, Mr. Reese. Thank you for the advice. It is very, very valuable advice. Mulch is great to get started, but don't become mulch dependent. And red Napier grass, Tithonia diversifolia, so far are the answers for me. I think Chaya may be a small part of it, but absolutely the Napier grass is amazing stuff. I'm going to cut this down probably a little lower with the chainsaw, and I think I will probably continually cut it a little bit harder and a little bit faster before the canes mature. But I did need some big mature stuff like this. I'm going to bring this to a buddy who's got a little plan of potentially raising cows using some of these large biomass production, high nutrient content grasses and greens and stuff. So we're playing with that, always experimenting on ways to be a little more sustainable. So haven't got a video up, so I figured this was a good opportunity. I was down for a couple weeks, got a little depleted work a little too hard, learning to pace myself. So I'm feeling a little better. I'm up, I'm around, I'm moving. But definitely have to take careful what I do. I'm going to work at night a bit more these days. I was actually up at like 3 o'clock this morning out here planting trees and stuff because it's cool and the heat's just been too much for me. And we got a little bit of heat exhaustion like 2.5 weeks ago. So I'm just going to redesign my schedule and work with it. I have no intention of stopping. Just got to modify and learn to grow with it. That's what it is. So I might become a night owl. It actually was pretty nice. I was up at 3:30. I had some work to do in the tiny house, getting it coated with some polyurethane on the interior so we can start our woofers coming here, which we're looking to do. Some volunteer stuff and have some people come stay with us for maybe a week at a time and learn what we do and learn how we live and how we eat, how we harvest what we eat and all of that stuff. So I felt like I needed to get that project done, and I guess 3:30 in the morning seemed like the appropriate time. And that's what it is. So all right, I'm gonna get back to it and go gather some of this stuff, bring it to the rabbits, and go pick up some meat from my buddy Joe, bring him some of this Napier so he can start feeding his cows properly. All right, y'all. See you later.